How's it going, guys? Barrett, and I wanted to teach you guys that today. Obviously, it's "When the Wind Cries Mary" by Jimi Hendrix. And what you do is you start out on the 5th fret, and it's kind of like a power chord, because of course a power chord would be 5-7-7, right? Well, instead of 5-7-7 like a normal power chord, I've actually heard this called the Jimi Hendrix chord before. It's a chord shape where you go 5-5 and you bar with the first finger, and then 7-7, and you just kind of strum them all together. Now the hard part is you want to hold this down so good that you can slide it up. So you're going to strum once and slide, and then strum again. So you're going to basically go from 5, 6, 7, but in that shape, and then a nice short, and then this shape starts on the A string, 7th fret. And what I do is I like to bar 7-7-7, A, D, G. And you have to do that because this 3rd finger here is going to hammer on to this 9th fret. And you do that 2 more half steps. Half step meaning 1 fret to the next, right? So the beautiful thing about this is it's basically just 2 shapes. The Jimi Hendrix chord shape, 5-5-7-7, you move it up. And then this next shape, barred, and you hammer on a whole step away. And you do that twice, and then he does this little lick. That's how I do it anyways. So it's a hammer on from 9 to 11, and then 9 on the D string, and it's a hammer on pull off, so 9 to 10, and then it finishes on the 11 on the A string, so, and then a little slide, and then your next bass note starts on the 7th fret. Now this is of course the verse. Okay, so this starts the verse. So, intro. Gotta hate when you slide into the wrong bass note. Sorry, I keep looking there. It's a habit. I need to look there. I'm a noob. I'm sorry. So it's a bar chord based on the 7th fret. Now, if you don't know what a bar chord is, it's where you take the first finger and you bar. And when we do this as a guitar player, we want to use the side of our finger. Okay, so you see that part of my finger? We don't want to use the pad. That doesn't make any sense. That's not going to work. And we don't really want to use like the very side of the finger, because then that messes with our fingers. It's kind of like in the middle. It's kind of like right there. It's basically the side of the finger. It's the side of the finger, but comfortable. Let's put it that way. So a bar chord shape is that barred plus 3rd finger on whole step away on the A string, pinky on whole step, so it's like a power chord, 5-7-7. But then your 2nd finger comes in here with this 3rd of the chord. And that's where you get the bar chord shape. So in this case, we have 7-9-9, 8-7-7. And what he likes to do is he likes to hit the bass note first. So 7, and then he goes down to 5, open. And then you want to make sure to make the 3rd of that chord, your 1st finger here, he does that little hammer-on thing from open. So the verse is basically that. Now, what I'm doing though, stylistically, is since he would use his thumb, I'm not going to attempt that, okay? I've never been good at that. I've never liked that, to be honest. But, of course, Strats, you know, I guess they have a smaller neck than acoustic, and it's an electric song, right? So, what he does, though, is he always hits the bass note, and then what I like to do is I like to strum the high notes after that. so you get the full range of the spectrum: bass note, high, bass note, high, bass note, and then the. So it seems pretty easy, but you want to add all that style to it to really give it the flavor that it deserves. Now, here's the end of the verse. It's really cool. So what this is it's basically like a bar chord, but only half. So we get the 4th fret of the D string, followed by the 3rd fret of the G string, followed by a bar. Basically like F, but you move it up, right? So I'm moving, this is based on the 4th fret now, instead of what would be F, F sharp, right? So we go wana wana, and then what's cool is he goes, so he uses the pinky to do this little hammer-on thing. And then you move it up, that same shape, that's all he's doing is moving shapes up a whole step. And then back to the beginning. And he does that twice. That's not right, sorry. My bad. It's actually, sorry guys. It's actually 7 to 9. That makes sense. So thanks for watching, guys. The thing about Jimi Hendrix is he's a master at using shapes and moving them around and using the pentatonic plus the blues scale to create some really interesting bluesy rock and roll songs. This one's quite easy, as well as Hey Joe and this one, which I can't remember the name of that one right now. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So obviously the solos are not the easy part, and this is more my interpretation than anything, but it gives you a place to start, and then you can create your own interpretation of this song. If you guys are interested, I'm doing guitar lessons now from my website. You can sign up, the link is in the description. Skype, so if anyone's interested, you know, you can schedule there, and I'll get with you, and maybe you can learn some more Jimi Hendrix and other stuff. See you guys later.